Bonjour. For those of us gathered here today, it is clear that we are at an inflection point in history which will drastically determine the course of mankind. After decades of scheming, the globalists are on the brink of realizing their goal, the establishment of what they have coined the New World Order. More commonly known today as the Great Reset after the COVID pandemic, it is the globalists' vision for a one-world government. Their objective, the centralization of power under one top ruling caste, and with that, the eradication of our sovereignty, both at national and individual levels. This is serfdom 2.0. You'll have nothing, live in the pods, eat the bugs, be numbed by your VR set, and you'll be happy. Meanwhile, this global state will own everything. They will even own us. The implementation of this vision is underway right here and right now in Geneva, in this building behind me, the United Nations headquarters. It is where the World Health Organization is finalizing the architecture of this system of governance at this year's World Health Assembly. By ratifying the amendments to the international health regulations and enforcing a new pandemic accord in 2024, the WHO will effectively take over every aspect of our lives. These two instruments will provide the WHO with the legal basis to roll out their global architecture for mass surveillance and control over the world's population under the guise of fighting health emergencies. Prepare for a disease deadlier than COVID, said WHO Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus earlier this week. While COVID was their latest warm-up exercise for the next big one, the playbook stays the same. Create a crisis and impose a solution. A solution which always erodes our freedom further in the name of saving lives. But what is clear, looking at the WHO's track record, is that the WHO is not here to save lives, but rather to hurt lives. From its inception, the WHO was driven by industry money and led by a globalist, eugenicist, technocratic cabal, intent on setting up an institution for population control, using philanthropy and noble ideals as a cover-up. Scandals involving scientific fraud, medical malpractice, conflicts of interest, and widespread corruption have been either hidden or largely ignored by a complicit media complex, bought and paid for academia and scientists, and our own captured governments. Yet despite ample proof of malevolence, the WHO's power have only grown over the years. And with the latest IHR amendments and the pandemic accord, these powers will be drastically extended and fully cemented. The documentation is 100% explicit. WHO measures will supersede national laws when responding to what they qualify as a health emergency, whether it is a potential or an actual threat. In order to make this determination, the WHO has put surveillance at the center of its programs, deploying many tools to monitor pathogens, that is us. This goes hand in hand with the global standardization and digitization of healthcare, including digital passports, which will enable the WHO to track our every move. Again, looking back on its recent and not so recent history, it is obvious that the WHO is one of the key chosen institutions of the globalists, specifically devised and weaponized against us. It is the Trojan horse of health being ushered in to steal our liberty and our dignity as human beings. It is of utmost urgency that we reject the WHO, demand our governments exit the WHO, and even go as far as to dismantle the WHO. At this hour, it is not hyperbole to state that our most basic freedoms and that of our future generations depend on it. Thank you very much.